anything could happen.
Langell, as you say, it's the phenom of fitness, Mr. Julian Young, taking on the ambassador of attraction. It is X-rated Steve Arsenal. Let me tell you something. I think Julian Young may have bit off more than he can chew because this is all about endurance. And if there's one thing that Steve Arsenal has, is endurance.
9 years of Greco-Roman wrestling. I'm sure that Julian Young has cardio. I can't call this one, Rockstar.
I didn't say cardio. I said endurance, Daddy. X-rated Steve Arsenal, the ambassador of attractiveness. He is the man. He is about to take Julian Young to task, and hopefully, finally, it will be the end of Julian Young.
I disagree, Rockstar. I think Julian Young, he's put up with a lot from Exile. He's been branded by Exile. This has been going on for over a year. He's a lot of pent-up frustration, and he's going to take it all out on Steve Arsenal.
Let me tell you something right now. All the jumping jacks in the world aren't going to win him an Iron Man match, Langell. For those that don't know, an Iron Man match is the most falls, that's most pin, submission, disqualifications, or countouts in the 30-minute period. Once again, Steve Arsenal has way more pinfalls and way more wins over Julian Young than the other way around. So in fact, expect to see Steve Arsenal coming out on top just the way he likes it.
Referee Brian McKay in charge of this matchup. Exile making their way to the back. Steve Arsenal going at it alone here. I gotta admit, I'm surprised by that when I saw Exile come out. Steve Arsenal taunting this Moncton crowd.
And his opponent, from Moncton, New Brunswick, weighing 201 pounds, Julian Young!
And once again, the jumping jacks are not going to win in this match, Langell.
The phenom of fitness, Julian Young, he knows the jumping jacks aren't going to win this match, Rockstar. But he is showing his athletic prowess. Soaking in the admiration from this crowd.
Even our timekeeper and Gopher had to go up and get a high five. It's disgusting.
This matchup, Rockstar, 30 minutes long. The crowd chanting for Baldy from Baldy and the Vegan on the TPC network. Check out their podcast. Hosted by Julian Young. And then, look at the stare down, I'm sorry. Hosted by Julian Young and Marcus Burke.
Julian Young, the big smile on his face. There's no reason to have that big smug smile. I'll tell you right now, it's about to get wiped off his face by a couple of well-placed boots by Steve Arsenal.
The clock is up on the screen, 30 minutes. As soon as Brian McKay calls for the bell, we'll be underway, and nothing stops us for the next 30 minutes, Rockstar.
T-minus 30 minutes.
We are now underway.
Now what I would do right at this second is knock out Brian McKay and hide.
Does that get you a win in an Ironman match?
It will eventually.
Chain wrestling here to start off early. Julian Young.
See, I think what's going to happen here, you see Julian Young with his Greco-Roman and amateur wrestling 9 years experience. He's going to underestimate Steve Arsenal because Steve Arsenal doesn't tell you what he has experience in. Steve Arsenal doesn't make that mistake of giving his opponents a way to beat him by giving his opponents a strategy, while Julian Young yells everything he's about to do and what style he's going to do.
Well, let's see if he does that tonight, Rockstar. Maybe he's got a different strategy.
I doubt that.
They tie up in the middle of the ring. Steve Arsenal with an advantage. Going after that shoulder area of Julian Young. Julian reverses it. Had a wrist lock now. Going up to the upper arm. He's on that shoulder.
Okay, now poke him in the eye.
Julian rolls out of it. No. Steve Arsenal now with the advantage.
See that Julian goes to clench the fingers together and Steve Arsenal immediately breaks them off.
Reversal again. We're only like a minute and a half in, Rockstar. And the reversals back and forth. Steve Arsenal now.
I know we're a minute.
The hold.
Langell, we're 2 minutes in and you're already ready for a nap.
Come on, Rockstar. I am excited to be here. Steve Arsenal out on the apron. Now makes his way back in. Elbow. Snaps over Julian Young, and look now, Julian reverses it. Reversal after reversal in this matchup. It's hard to see who's going to take an advantage, because every time I go to call something, it's been reversed.
He didn't have all of the head scissor. I'll totally admit that. Oh.
Both men. Neither man giving an inch right now.
I want to point out, and even I'm giving props to these two men right now. They're 3 minutes in. Neither man broken a sweat yet.
Well, as I said, the cardio's impressive on Julian Young.
Julian playing games again, though, and that's a problem, Langell.
Forcing down Steve Arsenal, but his shoulders aren't down, so Brian McKay can't count this. Test his strength, the middle range shot to the midsection, brings up the upper knee.
Now, I'm going to correct you again, Langell, because that's how I do. Greco-Roman knuckle lock is what that is called. So many people call it the test of strength. Greco-Roman knuckle lock, and right now, Steve Arsenal has the upper hand, Langell.
Julian with a kip up, and again, huge monkey flip by Julian Young. Both men's shoulders are down, both men's shoulders are up. They refuse to let go. What did you call this?
Greco-Roman knuckle lock, Langell. Listen with your ears.
Julian Young flips over Steve Arsenal, and finally the hold is broken. Julian looking out to the crowd. We're 4 minutes in. flipping over. Steve Arsenal, 1. Both for the count of 1. Oh, Steve Arsenal landed on his head. Look at this, back and forth and back and forth.
Cool boy.
Kicks out at the count of 1 now, rolls him up. Kick out at the count of 2.
I'll tell you, you know who's getting the most workout here? Brian McKay.
Brian McKay constantly trying to keep ahead of the action.
5 minutes in, Langell.
I don't envy his position tonight, Rockstar. Having to stay for a 30-minute Ironman match, stay focused, stay on the match.
I don't know, Langell. After about 10 minutes, he's going to want to set up base camp.
Julian Young paintbrushing Steve Arsenal. That was a front face lock. Brian McKay in there checking on it. Steve Arsenal does not give up.
You ever see a rear face lock?
No.
Sure.
Okay. In my many years of watching professional wrestling and calling professional wrestling action.
Or a front chin lock?
No, I have not seen one of those either. I'll have to keep watching apparently.
A rear Russian leg sweep? No?
No. Clearly,
Pay attention, Langell!
Of course, I need to brush up at my wrestling.
Look
at this! A bridge by Julian Young, clanking back on Steve Arsenal. This is a painful submission hold. Rockstar, have you ever been in an Ironman match?
What's that?
Have you ever been in an Ironman match?
I've been in a match with an iron and a man.
Okay, well, that's a start.
I had an Iron Man watch.
I'm wondering if the strategy is, if you get locked in a submission hold, do you submit knowing that you still have another 25 minutes? Huge boot by Julian Young. Down goes Steve Arsenal, crashing to the floor.
I'm going to tell you what the strategy is, Langell. You hold out as long as you can because it's not about losing any falls. It's about winning all of the falls.
Right, Rockstar. Whoa, huge shot by Steve Arsenal.
It's about the bragging rights, Langell.
Huge kick to the face. But what I'm saying, Rockstar, is if you're locked in a submission.
I know what you said.
Okay.
And I answered you.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
That's it, Rockstar. It's one of your opinions. Julian Young looks like he was stunned by that kick.
You look like you're stunned.
I'm just in shock of all the action here in IHW Unstoppable. Julian Young trying to fight out of this, runs into a knee and snapmare. Huge kick to the back. You can hear it back here at the announce table.
I thought Steve was going to take him to Vegas.
Huge kick to the face, going for the cover, hooks the leg. Julian Young kicks out at 2. Neither man able to gain a fall. And we are 8 minutes in, Rockstar.
Remember, this is most falls to finish.
Yes.
In the remaining 22 minutes, Langell.
So, in case you're just joining us, this is a 30-minute Ironman match.
We're on demand.
Pinfall submission gains you a lead in this matchup.
Pinfall submission, count out or disqualification, Langell.
Goes as well.
Yes.
Neither man able to...
Why would someone just be joining us? We're on demand. I suppose if they walked into the living room while someone else is watching it.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you figured out. That's relatively quality logic.
Julian Young trying to get the crowd rallying behind him. He's up to his feet. Elbows now fired into the breadbasket as Steve Arsenal breaks the hold. Off the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Huge clothesline.
You see that? Grabbed him by the hair.
Down goes Steve Arsenal a second time. Julian Young, the IHW original, a house of fire. Huge splash in the corner.
Oh, I wish he was on fire.
Reversal by Steve Arsenal. Up goes Julian Young. Arsenal catches him. Oh, he catches him. Exploder suplex.
Angela, that was a capture suplex or exploder suplex, like you said. I don't think it's enough.
Steve Arsenal kicks out at 2.5. Julian Young believes that should have been 3.
If I were Julian Young right now, I would submit to get the breather.
But you just said 5 minutes ago.
What are you talking about? Julian Young telling everybody what he's going to do again.
Whip across the rope. Oh, devastating shot. Steve Arsenal went awkward into that corner. Now shoulders to the midsection. Julian Young holding on to that top rope. Look at this!
Into a Northern Lights, still not enough, Langell. It's going to take more than just about anything Julian Young can dish out to keep Steve Arsenal down, as he's proven many times in the past.
Julian Young shocked that was not 3, and I'm with him. Julian Young now adjusting his knee pads, going for the cover. Might have wasted too much time. Count of 2, this match continues. What's it going to take to keep one of these men down, Rockstar?
Oh, I'm a 3 count, Langell.
Very astute of you, Rockstar.
I try. Not very hard, but I try.
Julian Young, back suplex. Didn't get exactly what he wanted there, but still got the effect. Down goes Steve Arsenal. Arsenal out onto the apron, has that move scouted. Like you said, Rockstar, Julian Young needs to stop telegraphing. Drives his head into the turnbuckle.
Like seriously, it's the 21st century. Obviously he needs to stop telegraphing. He needs to start using a cell phone.
Huge drop kick out on the apron. Julian Young connects with Steve Arsenal. Arsenal is down. Julian Young now out on the apron himself. What's he setting up for here? I don't like this, Rockstar. That's the hardest part of the ring. Steve Arsenal is in trouble here. Huge elbow! Julian Young crashes to the floor. Steve Arsenal writhing in pain. Julian Young rolls in under the bottom rope. Shoulders are down. Steve Arsenal kicks out, and this match continues.
Tell you right now, if I was the man in there putting that pinfall down, it'd be grabbing the tights, putting my feet on the ropes, whatever I can do to hold my opponent down. That's what it takes to win. And that's what Julian Young doesn't get.
Julian Young trying to do this on the up and up. Doesn't want to resort to tactics like that, Rockstar. Steve Arsenal was smart there, hung on to the ropes. Unfortunately, huge clothesline. Both men over the top. Julian Young skins the cat. No! Caught by Steve Arsenal. Now shots to the midsection. Steve Arsenal trying to skin the cat himself. Julian says not so fast. Now he's delivering kicks to the upper chest. Up and over the top rope. Julian Young. Up, over, no! Oh, devastating knee. As Steve Arsenal was pulling
right to the mush.
Julian Young off that apron, caught him with a knee to the face. Steve Arsenal now proud of his work. Steve Arsenal now proud of his work.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Elbow to the side of the head and a follow-up second one, and now a third. Striking him repeatedly around this ring.
There's a hammer right here for the bell. That'll help.
Don't give him any ideas, Rockstar. Julian Young.
Don't tell me what to do.
On his way to the back.
What are they doing?
They're out on the floor. Brian McKay telling both men to get the action back in the ring. They're out there on the floor. I can't tell from here whether or not Brian McKay is issuing a count or just trying to get them back in the ring. Either way, they are not in the ring right now. They're trading blows out on the floor. Look at this. They're up on that platform. Julian Young lays out Steve Arsenal on that table. Points up to the crow's nest. Julian Young has dove from there before. Julian Young getting the crowd behind him. Julian Young climbing the stairs. Steve Arsenal is definitely in trouble. If he hits this, this match could be over, Rockstar. And we're only halfway through. The crowd on their feet here in Moncton. Julian Young wasting too much time, caught by Steve Arsenal. Kick to the face. Julian hanging on like Spider-Man. Julian Young caught by, no! Someone get them down from here. This is dangerous.
Steve's gonna get him down. Just give him a second.
Rockstar, this is dangerous. Julian Young teetering on that staircase high above that table. Julian Young could be in a lot of trouble here, Rockstar.
Steve Arsenal going over there too.
This is bad, Rockstar. This is dangerous. Brian
14
McKay
and a half
needs to do
minutes left in
something.
this match. What's he gonna do, Langell?
He needs to get them down from here.
They're gonna get down by hook or by crook.
Steve Arsenal now dangling from that stair. Drives his head into the casing of that stairway. And no, Julian blocks it.
Julian,
no! Both men go crashing through that table. Oh my God!
That's sickening, Langell. I was about to suggest that Julian should start doing jumping jacks.
This match could be over. Both men falling from the top of that crow's nest, crashing through that table. This is bad, Rockstar. Referee Brian McKay over there checking on both men. And the clock is still counting. Rockstar, this match could be over. Referee Brian McKay making his way to the ring. What's going on here? Now issuing a count.
It's an Iron Man match. What's the point of a double count out?
Where was this count 5 minutes ago? Referee's up to the count of 4. Neither man is currently moving. Brian McKay now climbing the ropes to get a better vantage view.
Both men on their way back, Langell.
No, they aren't, Rockstar. Yes,
they
are.
Don't argue with me.
I couldn't see from my vantage point. Both men trying to make it back to the ring before the count of 10. Neither man being allowed back into the ring. They're preventing each other from entering the ring. Both men roll in under the bottom rope. This match continues. What a match, Rockstar. What an Iron Man match. That table collapsing under the pressure of both these men crashing through it. What did that take out of both men? Huge chop by Julian Young. Both men teetering here. Trading chops in the middle of the ring. I cannot believe what we saw with that table.
What I can't believe is Julian Young has the wherewithal to get back in the ring.
I'm surprised either man made it back for the count of 10. Trading chops back and forth. The crowd saying woo in respect to the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Really?
Yes.
I never realized that's who that was.
Devastating chop with authority by Steve Arsenal. And a follow-up by Julian Young. Julian now kicked to the midsection. Oh, they both met in the middle of the ring. Same idea, chops in stereo. Ducks a clothesline. They're chopping back and forth. It's like a lumberjack party.
A lumberjack party.
Devastating chop again, and a third by Julian Young. Oh, low blow, and it kicked to the midsection. I don't know if the referee saw that. Kick to the head. Julian Young, enziguri, down goes Steve Arsenal.
I am going to give props where props are due, Langell.
Yes.
Steve Arsenal's doing a great job.
Both men are doing outstanding in this matchup.
pressure. Julian Young hasn't even gotten a pin yet.
Neither has Steve Arsenal.
Shut up.
Steve Arsenal down, trying to use the ropes to get to his feet. Julian Young doing the same in the opposite corner. Both men are up. Charges in, runs into an elbow. And another devastating back elbow by Julian Young. Steve Arsenal's own momentum made it worse. A third. Julian Young now going to the top rope. Whoa. Zigzag from the top rope, a modified zigzag, hooks the leg. Julian Young kicks out, this match continues.
Come on!
I definitely thought that was it, Rockstar. Steve Arsenal was 1 second away from being up 1-0 in this Iron Man match.
Brian McKay needs to learn how to count. The edge of my seat's getting worn off, Langell.
Julian Young taunting. No, sorry, my mistake. Steve Arsenal taunting Julian Young. Catches the super kick, sets him up for it. Reversal. Oh, devastating shot by Steve Arsenal. Hooks the leg. Julian Young kicks out. Unbelievable. I can't believe that was three. Or sorry, that wasn't three. Steve Arsenal can't believe it either.
I can't believe it.
Referee Brian McKay saying it was 2.
Brian McKay needs to go back to school.
Julian Young trying to get to his feet. Wait, he catches him. Chops in the corner, setting up for a superplex. If he hits this, we could be up 1-0. Julian going to the top rope.
It's a super
unbelievable. Devastating superplex from the top rope. Julian Young.
Shades of Barry Windham. The problem with a move like that, Langell, is it takes a lot out of both men. That is a fall from the top rope, no matter who you are.
I agree.
And now Julian Young tells everybody what he's going to do.
Setting up for that super kick.
What a dingus.
The crowd clapping in unison. Super kick! Hooks the leg. Julian Young was robbed. That was 3.
This is super dramatic.
Hooks the leg again, go for another cover. Steve Arsenal kicks out twice now. Julian Young wasted time earlier, not going for a second cover. This time learning from his mistake, trying it again immediately. I don't blame him.
Why does everybody kick out and nobody kicks in?
I don't know, Rockstar. Here we go.
5-point buster attempt.
No, rake of the eye.
What?
Ducks the zigzag. Hits a zigzag of his own. How ironic would it be if Julian Young pinned Steve Arsenal with his own move?
It's nothing like an iron.
Shoulders are down. 2 3/4. What is it going to take, Rockstar? We are 23 minutes into this matchup. Neither man has been able to gain an advantage.
For all the dummies out there, that means there's 7 minutes left.
Thank you, Rockstar. Steve Arsenal kicks away Julian Young. Waist lock. Bridging suplex. Kicks out at the count of 2 again.
I'll tell you, he didn't get all of that German suplex, Langell.
German suplex with a bridge, didn't get everything.
I think these men is starting to take it out of Julian Young. He's starting to wane. He can't quite get all of that snap and all that height on his moves. That's why he's going to the ground, to the crossface.
Submissions count, Rockstar. This is a smart strategy.
Aware of that.
Steve Arsenal has been through a war. I don't know how much he can
strategy,
take.
Langell. Let's see if it plays out for him.
Steve Arsenal in the middle of the ring has nowhere to go. We're under 6 minutes.
You heard the ladies, 6 minutes left.
Foot to the rope, Brian McKay makes him break the hold. Julian Young demanding Steve Arsenal get up. He's not done with him. He wants to put him away. Perches him on that top rope. Julian Young, catches him with an elbow. Steve Arsenal now uses that top rope as a weapon with a slingshot. Drapes his neck over that top rope. Steve Arsenal out to the floor. Julian, that took a lot out of him, Rockstar. Julian trying to get to his feet. He got rocked.
5 more minutes, Langell.
Steve Arsenal telling the crowd, this is it. What is he setting up for here? Huge super kick! Julian Young absolutely flattened Steve Arsenal. He dove right into that super kick. Julian Young going for the cover, hooking a leg.
No!
Foot on the rope.
Look at the wherewithal of Steve Arsenal.
Exile!
Where?
Referee Josh Rockstall trying to keep control of Exile. They're both out here. Super kick down goes Kirk Obey. Brian McKay trying to get, never mind, there he goes.
Julian Young
down to the floor.
Julian Young should be paying attention to Steve Arsenal, not to those other guys, no matter how scared he is.
He's not scared, Rockstar.
He is scared, look at him.
He knows 3-on-1 with the Kendo Shima is a recipe for disaster. Julian Young synced it up, kick to the midsection. Did you see that? Steve Arsenal went to block? No way. Set it up for a Canadian Destroyer. Absolutely devastating. Canadian Destroyer takes out Steve Arsenal. Roll him over. 1, 2, 3.
First fall. That is one fall.
One fall. 1-0.
Julian Young.
It took a Canadian Destroyer to gain the lead. What I was saying earlier, Steve Arsenal put his hands up to block the super kick. Julian Young outsmarted him and kicked him in the midsection.
I'll tell you right now, it took, you say, to get the lead, it took a Canadian Destroyer to break the stalemate, Langell. Neither one of these men putting the other one down. To break the stalemate, it took a
low blow by Steve Arsenal.
Right in the bird.
Absolutely devastating.
The bird.
Julian Young writhing in pain, down on one knee.
He's showing him how to use Twitter.
He could be singing he's singing soprano soon. Rolls him up. Not like this. Julian Young kicks out. Steve Arsenal. Desperation mode. There's roughly 2 minutes left in this matchup and Julian Young is winning. Going for repeated cover after cover, hoping to quickly catch a 3 count, hold those shoulders down.
Around 2 minutes left, Langell.
2 minutes.
2-minute warning. Rolls him up. Foot on the ropes. Foot on the ropes. Julian Young still somehow manages to kick out. The leader of Exile doing anything he can to tie this matchup. He only has 1 minute and 43 seconds to do it. Steve Arsenal now pulling out all the stops. Shot to the midsection repeatedly by Julian Young. He catches him.
Minute 28.
Looks for a submission.
There it is. Sharpshooter.
It's a sharpshooter. Julian Young.
Locked in.
And if you see that, Rockstar, here's Julian Young pointed towards the middle of the ring. He has nowhere to go.
Langell, I'll tell you this as well. You may remember this same finish, but not with this much time left. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 12, Langell.
The night the boyhood dream came true for Shawn Michaels. Julian Young trying to make it to the ropes, gets dragged back to the middle of the ring. Steve Arsenal cinches in, leans back. There's 45 seconds left. Can Julian Young hang on, Rockstar? 40 seconds. Most men can't last in a hold like this, Rockstar. Julian Young trying to do everything he can. Steve Arsenal looking, I don't know if he's trying to get a better position. Yeah, he cinches in. Gets that sharpshooter locked in deep. The pain riding through the back and the legs of Julian Young. 12 seconds. Can Julian Young hang on? Julian Young, 4 seconds. 3. Julian Young has done it. Julian Young, no, Steve Arsenal thinks he's won the match.
He won.
No.
Here is your winner.
He gave up.
Julian
Young wins. Julian Young.
It's a tie.
Julian Young refusing to give up to the sharpshooter, refusing to submit, regardless of how deep that was cinched in. Steve Arsenal was, I believe, Rockstar, seconds away from tying that match. The clock ran out on Steve Arsenal.
Something, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching IHW Unstoppable Radio on Bell TV1. Check out Wrestling_IHW on Twitter, IHW.ca. Look us up on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, for Brian Lange, I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later.
Good night, everybody, from Moncton, New Brunswick.